Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, for any of you that want to do some of your own maintenance, I'm going to be performing one of the services that's required for your 20,000 mile service interval on your GR Corolla. So I'm going to go ahead and change out the rear differential and the front transfer case gear oil today. And so I'm going to go through the steps and I'll show you how to do it in case you want to do that yourself and save yourself some money. And you can actually put in a better fluid if you'd like. So I'll be using the Redline 75 W85, and I found that it just performs better than the Toyota OEM fluids and oils, and I've used that in all my cars for years with excellent results. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you're under the car looking from back to front, then here's the rear diff. As you can see, just follow the drive shaft all the way forward back to the rear diff. Now this bottom bolt, this is a 10 Allen right here. This is your drain bolt. Don't open this though until you loosen the fill bolt. You always want to make sure that you can put oil back in. And if you come around onto the driver's side, there's two. So there's one right here, and then there's one higher up. See that right up there? So that one right there. So there's two of them there. Don't touch this bottom one right here. So the top one is what you want, this one up here. That's your fill bolt. So loosen your fill bolt first so that you know you can put more oil into it, and then leave this one alone and come down to the drain, and then open the drain and drain everything out. It only takes about half a quart, so it's not a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and get my 10 Allen. We're going to go ahead and loosen this upper one first, and then we'll loosen this one and drain out the oil. So I wanted to show you how I got to this. So just with my ratchet and a 10 millimeter Allen, I can get it seated, and I will go ahead and break this loose now. So as you can see, I got it loose. That's all you want to do. You want to make sure you can get that loose. So, and that will also allow some air into it. So it's finger loose right now. So now I'll go ahead and loosen this and we'll start draining. Okay, so here's the drain plug. I'll go ahead and get that broken loose. There we go. Always tighter than what you want it to be. A short extension that will make this a little easier. Okay, and here we go. Okay, doesn't actually look too bad. Now, you can hear that little thumping there. That's because it's not getting all the air it needs up top. Now the drain bolts are magnetic, so you'll have some stuff, as you can kind of see on there. So I'll wipe that off and clean that up. The fill bolts are not magnetic. You also want to make sure that you change the washer on them. So let's go up here and see if I can get my hand in here. I thought I was just going to drop it and let it fall, but so this one, as you can see, there's nothing on it because it's not magnetic. So make sure you put those back in the appropriate places. So we'll let this drain It actually looks really good though. Boy, when I changed it the first time at 3,200 miles, it was quite nasty looking. And a lot of that I know is from the assembly grease that they use, but this looks really good. So this has, I just hit 20,000 miles, literally coming home this morning from Cars and Coffee. And so that's why I thought, oh, I'll get started on this. So it's pretty much done dripping now. So wipe all that up really good. I've got 2 new washers right here for the drain plugs. Need to do the drain plug first. Remember, that's the magnetic one. There we go. And then you want to make sure you take off the old washer and put on the new washer. There we go. Allen. Okay. These are torqued to 29. So now these are washers that flatten. So once they flatten, if you're not trying to overly crank on them, 29 foot-pounds is not that much. A lot of people never torque these because you can get so close just by feel, but if you're not comfortable with that, go ahead and torque them to 29 foot-pounds. So once the drain plug is in, then we can go ahead and fill it up. So I did one. Not quite there, I don't think. So and I imagine that I will get it. You fill it until it starts to pour out, basically. So here's the hole, and when I hit the full point, it started to pour out, and you can see it dripping from the sway bar there now. So if it's just a drop or two, you don't worry about it. But as soon as you see a little stream of it, then you know you're good. And at that point, just let the overfill drain out of it. And once it starts getting to a slow drip like it is, then you're okay to put the fill bolt back on. So there is the fill bolt all snug down. And so the last thing I'll do is I will go ahead and get some brake cleaner and I'll spray under it and just clean up any residue from the dripping. And the rear diff is finished. We spray that down, then I'll move up to the front transfer case. So I'm up at the front of the car now. Here's the oil pan. If you look directly behind the oil pan, you will see the drain plug right here for the transfer case. And if you come to the driver's side and look toward the right front wheel, there is the fill plug. So again, same as on the back, you want to make sure you loosen the fill plug first, then the drain plug. So let's go ahead and break that one loose real quick. And for those of you that are going to ask me, hey, what is that tube with the red valve on it? That leads up to my oil catch can, and that allows me to drain when I'm changing the oil. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this. We'll loosen the fill bolt and then the drain bolt, and we'll let her drain. So the fill plug is out, as you can see. And the nice thing about these, as soon as you break it loose, it's pretty easy to spin it with your fingers. So back that all the way out. Now we'll go ahead and loosen the drain plug right here, and we'll get the front draining out. And let's go ahead and break this drain plug. go. Go ahead and let this drain out. This is just like the rear diff, and that the drain plug is magnetic. So you want to go ahead and clean off the tip of it. I'll let that drip, and I'll grab 2 fresh washers, 2 new ones, and here in a few we'll go ahead and reverse the process. Okay, we'll give this a wipe here. There we go. Oh, that works well. And I want to make sure you get the proper one. So that's it with the magnet in it. You can tell that the fill one is silver. See that? That's silver all the way through. So, but the other one has the magnet on it. Give this another wipe. I've got my 2 washers right here. So we'll slip a washer over it.
Okay, let's get that snugged up.
Okay, we snug it up and then we will fill it up. So I'm getting a nice steady drip now. I filled it up until I got a nice stream coming down. So it's already down to a little drip on it. So we'll let that drip for a few minutes for any of the extra in it. And then I'll put the fill bolt, which is right over there. I'll put that back in it and put the cover back on and we'll be done. So that's really the only difference between the front transfer case and the rear diff is really having to take off your cover, which, let's be honest, is not hard. It's just, if it's the OEM one, it's just a handful or a little more than that, I guess, 10, 12, something like that, of the clips. So I have the Racer X one now, the skid plate, and that's even quicker and easier because it uses these quick release pieces right here. So more protection and it's quicker access. Okay, so all done. So drain bolt and then the fill bolt up here. I just need to rinse it off with some brake fluid, clean that all up, and then put the cover back on. One thing I always do also when I'm under here is I always do a little visual inspection on the turbo pipe way up there. So since that is the potential problem with, I just want to keep an eye on it, make sure it looks okay, and it does. I don't see any oil leaking. I don't see any cracks or anything from everything that I can see. So keep an eye on that if you're doing your own maintenance. And so this is all done. Let me rinse it, and then I'll put the cover on, and that'll be a wrap for this. So hope that helps. Any questions, comments, guys, please holler away, and please subscribe and like and comment and do all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you down the road.